Okay, so finally, we'll have a quick crack at user-defined actions. So again, it should be relatively simple. Let's close everything here. So again, user-defined actions are found in system administration. Where are we? Yeah, workflow. Sorry, system setup, workflow, user-defined actions. So again, if you're not, if you're not satisfied with the actions that are given out of the box, such as approve, reject, etc., we can always create our own. And it's just a simple case of adding a new row. So we, first of all, we give it an action code. So that's just like an attribute ID or an attribute value. So it would be, say, I'll call it fin app. So action name, final approval. So that's what's going to show up in your actual workflow task. So the action name will be final approval. The description is just final approval. You've got the different behaviors, so whether it's a positive or a negative behavior. And you can also select whether it's a general, which means it can be used for all element types, or specific for just one element type. So we can select requisition since we've been using it. And we can also determine whether a comment required or not. So one of the uses here is if you have a, let's say you want an approval, if you want users to approve something, but you need them to write a comment anyway, you would use a user-defined action. So you would create a new action code called approve with comment or something like that. But then the most important thing is you have this comment required tick box ticked. So whenever they click approve, they would need to write a comment. So similar to a rejection, it's just that this is approved. So, and then finally, you've got an in-use indicator, so whether it's been used or not, and translate if you've got multiple languages. So we can click save. Okay, so now that's available. We can go back to our process definition under common, process definition, procurement. We'll take the requisition that's already there. So let's create a new version. So in the action, so rather than approve, let's change it to final approval. So we can see it there now. So action final approval, it's there. Just move it up there. So for this particular case, we don't need to change anything else because the reject is based on the reject action. So else will always go to approve. So we can validate and activate. New user-defined action. So we can click OK. And it's activating, and now it's active. So we can see that it's active, that it's with a background of gray. So now let's register a new requisition. Okay. And now this time, let's log in as the approver. And go to the task. Okay, so notice how we've got a final approval now as the button to use, as the action to use, sorry. Okay. Okay, so if we've clicked the comment box, it will prompt you, even though it's an approval or a positive action, it will still prompt you for an enter a comment. And then we can approve that. Okay, so we're good to go.